What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy YUNGFAB tapping back. You want another video on A. Today we're about to be reacting to the harsh truth about the GOAT debate, man. Hey, I am gonna be reacting to a Cash Nasty video, but hey, Cash Nasty's a lot like me, you know what I'm saying? We're both really big LeBron fans, and hey, we're gonna compare LeBron James and Michael Jordan, two of the greatest GOATs in this video, man. And if y'all like classic NBA content and just basketball content in general, hit that subscribe button and let's get right into the video.
Cash, please don't be biased. Just watch the video. So that's what we're gonna do today, y'all. All right, I'm not controlled. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna give my honest opinion.
I'm straight up, yo.
I mean, the title is the harsh truth about the GOAT. So, get to it, y'all.
Indeed. I'm face my
playoff this year. I did not expect us to. It was a big disaster.
Dang, that's the starting clip.
It's never
okay.
gonna end, is it? LeBron's reign over the NBA. I've just come to the conclusion that LeBron has hacked into the Matrix and has transcended aging. LeBron is in his 19th NBA season and is somehow still one of the best players on the planet. This isn't supposed to happen.
Oh my
99%
God.
of NBA players peak in their mid to late 20s and then slowly regress as they age, eventually becoming a liability to their team and inevitably sailing off into the sunset.
It's the unfortunate truth, yo.
Their achievements. But not LeBron. The man is fighting his age like he's got a grudge on time itself. And the more he piles up on these mind-bending feats, the more we must ask ourselves the question. And I really hate to do this, but is LeBron the greatest basketball player of all time? And if he isn't, what would he need to do to truly, once and for all,
I heard that. He said yes. Two times, bruh.
be the GOAT?
To LeBron being the GOAT. What do y'all guys say about that?
Rings, right? If it's about rings, Robert Horry be the GOAT, right? Scoring title. It's so many like variables, y'all. But I'm not gonna be biased. You know, but I do got stop and break this right here, y'all.
Hey.
About 5 years ago, I uploaded my first basketball-related video onto this channel. The title of that video is LeBron the GOAT. You can still watch this video today, but since it's an absolute dog water of a production, I highly recommend you steer clear of it. To summarize the video, I gave 10 reasons why LeBron would retire as the GOAT. Fast forward 5 years.
About Jimmy videos, bro. Well, a lot of YouTubers don't do. This is outside, you know, but they don't reinvest into their business, bro. And the ones who reinvest in the business with the profit they make from videos, those are the ones that stay relevant. You know what I mean? I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years now. You know, and next year will be 10 years. And every time I watch the guy videos, he keep on progressing. And, you know, and me just seeing that, bro, that's how I know you're going to stay relevant. You know, it's just what it is, bro. Just some people get content and just continue to do the exact same content, exact same production, exact same camera. Never want to. You got to know, Tommy. You look at my man channel. I'm always trying to reinvent myself, right? And I think Mr. Beast even said it in a video, like he just all the profit he makes, he put it right back in the video. That's right. One the greatest and how I view, you know, YouTubers, bro. But it's just a little tip, cause you got to be like, what can I do? What can I do? You know, show you guys the steps, man, blueprints.
And thousands of hours of watching games, collecting data, and gathering context in this sport that we love. I've since changed my ways and realized that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. But my original assessment from 5 years ago hasn't completely changed, because I never said LeBron was the GOAT at the time. I just gave 10 reasons why LeBron would retire as the GOAT. But ever since I dropped that video,
he wasn't trying to be clear with the vid.
I've pretty much avoided the GOAT conversation altogether. I've put a spin on the idea of the greatest players in certain aspects of the game. I've talked about the greatest scorers. I've ranked players using purely numbers.
I know we're going to see it. I know we're going to admit it. Let's see right here, admit it. LeBron is going to be, if not already, greatest scorer of all time.
But
hey,
I've never really
facts. Scoring title, come on, facts.
I feel like the topic is a bit redundant, and ESPN already gives you a daily update on the GOAT debate anyways, so no need for me to do it. But I think it's time we actually discuss this, because what LeBron is doing at this point in his career is just absurd. At the moment, there are pretty
It's actually not even funny, bro. Even as a 40-year-old, bro, he's dunking from the free throw line, and I'm not gonna lie, I ain't seen MJ doing that, yo.
GOAT debate. People who think Michael Jordan is the GOAT, people who think LeBron is the GOAT, and people who are wrong. I'm just joking, of course. But
No. I feel like the only other acceptable answer in this is Kobe.
I'd say about 75% of people
What do y'all
fall
think?
into the MJ's the GOAT category, about 20% of people fall into the LeBron's the GOAT category, and about 5% fall into the other category. Usually these other fans believe the GOAT is Wilt, or Kobe, or Kareem. There's not
I mean,
Wilt
I can see what people do.
over MJ?
I can't.
many of them, but boy, will they
I don't know about Wilt over MJ or Wilt over LeBron or Kareem over. But I mean, I get their eras. You feel me? Feel me?
MJ's corner believe that he is
Feel
and
me?
will forever
Bop.
be the GOAT. But realistically, is there anything LeBron can do to surpass him? I mean, there's got to be some sort of objective metric we can use to distinguish the greatest player of all time. No opinions, no bias, just the facts. If LeBron somehow won 4 more championships and retired with 8 rings, he'd undoubtedly be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Oh, MJ dropped that man or LeBron.
But where does that threshold lie, and what would LeBron have to achieve to get there?
I feel like to just shut up the narrative, he gotta at least get 6 rings. Because he already beaten Jordan in many other categories, scoring all right here. If he gets 6 rings, bro, like, that would just solidify it. I think it'll shut up a whole
think?
lot of, you know,
You think?
comparison. But until then, it's going to always be compared, just straight up. And I understand why. I feel him.
First, let's just take a look at the basic numbers. Between
Okay.
Michael and LeBron has more career points, rebounds, assists, blocks.
And that number's at 43,000 as of the other day. 43,000, chat. 43,000. Yup, you heard me.
More triple doubles,
No one's
higher
ever
field goal percentage, and
been
a higher
there.
3-point percentage. And Michael has more steals and a higher free throw percentage.
it.
But this whole argument, the career totals argument, is only useful in demonstrating LeBron's longevity and sustained excellence. These numbers don't prove that LeBron's a better scorer, or rebounder, or defender, or shooter
Vice
than
versa.
Jordan. They just
Vice
prove
versa.
that LeBron's been good at these things for a very, very long time. These numbers also
Hey.
show just how versatile LeBron is.
So to anyone that even tries to exclude him, it honestly doesn't make sense,
Possibly
yo.
his most valuable asset. So instead of looking at career totals, let's look at career averages. Michael averages more points and more steals, and LeBron averages more assists and more rebounds. And as much as it pains me to say this, this is usually where the argument for the GOAT ends for most people. Throw in a required comment about their finals records, and you pretty much have a condensed version of most GOAT debates. But there is so much more to unpack here. So let's unpack it.
Okay. Advanced stats. Okay.
So y'all know how much I like advanced stats. They don't tell the full story, but if you know
Fact.
which ones to look for, you can discover some nuances in a player's game that you won't get by just watching them play. Player efficiency
Interesting.
rating, win shares per 48, offensive box plus minus, defensive box plus minus, value over replacements, and true shooting percentage. These 6 advanced stats give us efficiency, production, value, impact, and pretty much everything in between. And in
Interesting.
these 6 advanced statistics, Michael Jordan exceeds LeBron in 5 of them. He's more efficient.
But I'm gonna be honest, what is box plus minus, bro? Like value over replacement player? Like, I mean, I assume like I can only make assumptions.
Overall,
Like I've never
he
heard of
contributes
these
more
things
wins.
though.
He
Are you gonna
contributes
explain
more
them?
Points. He's better on defense, and he is generally more valuable on the court than LeBron is. The only advanced stat where LeBron tops Jordan is true shooting percentage. Now, in terms of who's a better basketball player, nearly every metric
So LeBron has him in higher true shooting percentage. The one stat that actually makes sense on this board? Bro, I mean that says enough for me. I really thought MJ was gonna come out on top in this. But the past 2 has kind of shown me something that LeBron low-key does.
and it's actually uncanny just how close LeBron is to MJ across the board.
What site is this? Can we cite this source right here, y'all?
Just a fraction behind Jordan.
What's this dude's face right now? Why he look like he really need a poop, yo?
Pretty much everything. But these numbers aren't even addressing who's greater, because that conversation would involve accolades and accomplishments and impact on the game. The rings, the influence, the intangibles, the opinions,
funny,
and it's virtually objectively true that Michael was a better basketball player than LeBron. But
Did homeboy just eat a can of sausages, yo? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The boy cashed funny, yo.
the better player. It's about who is the greatest player. We've got some more unpacking to do. Now,
Anything
we
I
cannot
can
have
do,
a thorough GOAT
you
debate
can do, I
without
can do
discussing
better.
The accomplishments of each player.
Michael
Numbers
Jordan.
are cool and they have their purpose, but numbers alone aren't indicative of greatness. They're just a vehicle to greatness. This is why, despite James Harden spending half a decade piling up some of the greatest scoring numbers in NBA history, most people don't consider him greater than some players with far lesser offensive numbers.
Bruh, and James Harden on the Cavs is low-key been putting in some work, yo. I ain't gonna lie, he funny.
The accolades, not the other way around. This is also why I consider Wilt Chamberlain to have been a better basketball player than Bill Russell, but Bill Russell was greater than Wilt. Wilt achieved his greatness through his numbers, whereas Russell achieved his greatness by contributing to an unrelenting style of winning basketball.
I like that. I like
So
that.
let's take a look at the accomplishments. of
okay.
both
I like that-
Jordan
I like that
and
answer,
LeBron
yeah.
James. Now, there are plenty of other awards a player can earn in the NBA, but these are the ones that really stand out on a player's resume. Championships, Finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA selections, and All Defensive Team selections. And amongst these 6 categories, Jordan beats LeBron in 5 of them. And Michael accomplished all of this in just 15 seasons to LeBron's full 18 seasons. The only category where LeBron outperformed
And right now he's at what? 22, complete his 23rd season.
Michael is in All NBA.
So these stats might
Most
match
will argue
here,
that, again,
but
is an
this
accomplishment of
still has
longevity
it,
more than
unfortunately.
anything else, which at this point seems to be the overall theme in the GOAT debate. Up to this point in his career, the majority of fans will agree that LeBron has been a step below Jordan in terms of greatness. So now the race to become the GOAT has become a marathon, because eventually the sheer volume of LeBron's career numbers and achievements may become so overwhelming that we'll have no choice but
Oh
to
my
concede
gosh,
that he
bruh.
is in fact
Cash,
the
bro. You know
greatest player of all
LeBron doing it,
time.
yo.
Which brings us to a real dilemma in this age-old debate.
Let's hear it. So you're saying there's a chance?
The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. A great quote by the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu regarding the idea
Interesting.
of excellence
Okay.
and the sustainability of it. Almost as if you can have longevity or be exceptional, but you can't have both. Now, in the world of basketball and sports in general, usually being exceptional translates to longevity and vice versa. Michael Jordan was excellent.
Oh my gosh, MJ!
Was violently bright
Ugh.
for quite some time. There was a flame that burned about 95% as bright and lasted much, much longer. At a certain point, the radiance of even the brightest flame
Bro, it looks like LeBron almost like took him
is
off the
outclassed by
map.
the flame that just won't quit. Flame is outclassed by the flame that just
They have to go in.
won't quit. Of course, LeBron isn't a flame. He's a 6'9", 250-pound freak of nature in basketball shoes, but his life is 95% as bright as Michael Jordan's did, and it's
Okay.
lasting a whole lot longer. When does the longevity of LeBron's brilliance simply outmatch the slightly greater but much shorter
Oh my
of
God. Like this
LeBron's
dude right here,
brilliance?
y'all, like how can you reenact it?
Simply
Like
out-
this, this is one of the toughest ones I've ever seen of all time, bro. Like this,
Facts.
These
bro,
slight-
that's a one-handed floater, bro. Like
And the
from
three.
baseline, bro. Like
but
what?
much shorter.
That's a buzzer beater.
Off the glass, that is hard, bro. Full momentum, bro. Like that is tough.
Michael Because as we've discussed,
Damn,
Mike trumps
bro.
LeBron in pretty much every single metric other than longevity and overall production. So the real question
LeBron's
here
like
is
no
how
other,
much
man.
does LeBron have to be excellent before the majority agrees that he is greater than Michael was. The man is in his 19th NBA season, and he's leading the NBA in scoring. He's still a top 5 player in the league, and his bag is getting deeper and deeper with every season. Here's a chart of LeBron's total points, assists, and rebound averages throughout each season of his career. Each point on the graph represents the total average of points, assists, and rebounds for every season of his career. So, for example, this season LeBron is putting up 8, 6, and 30 a game, so his total for the season is 44. Now, in the NBA, anything above a total of 40 is exceptional. LeBron's total production has exceeded 40 in 17 different seasons. Now here's Michael's total average points, assists, and rebounds for every season of his career. This
looks like MJ's above him in like 1, 2,
is by
3,
far the
4,
greatest arguments in
5,
favor
6.
of LeBron in the GOAT
Sam,
debate.
8
The man has
times,
simply
9
sustained
times.
excellence for longer than Mike did. And although the numbers are just a vehicle to greatness, there has got to be a point where the numbers are just too glaring to ignore. LeBron's numbers are getting to that point. But some fans will argue that there were other players that were still really good this late in their career. You
Like
mean
who?
Kareem, or Kobe, or
Okay.
Karl Malone.
Whoa!
Karl Malone on his list?
That boy's down here. I gotta move out the way. Shit.
Karl Malone is on this list?
Yeah,
Really?
tough.
Okay.
LeBron's already the only
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't hear too much about Karl Malone, you feel me? I ain't thought he was that good.
to be a part of the 30K, 10K, 10K club. Aside from a freak injury, he'll undoubtedly break Kareem's scoring record. He'll probably play the most seasons in an NBA career. He already has the record for most All-NBA selections, and he's still adding to what is probably the longest career highlight reel with moments like this. If LeBron is still doing this in a couple years, while still putting up All-NBA numbers, I really think it's going to be
my
difficult to
gosh.
say that he's not the greatest player ever. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. While LeBron's legacy is growing as he plays more seasons, Michael's legacy would have been slightly diminished if he played more seasons. Of course, this isn't a matter of fact, but
Really?
the evidence points towards this assumption. Michael Jordan retired.
He would have gotten smacked in more years or what? Because MJ got smacked in the playoffs in a lot of years, you know what I'm saying?
Playing just 13 NBA seasons in 1998 was the best thing he could have ever done for his legacy. The Bulls were not going to win another championship, and the backbone of the dynasty he had built had all but vanished by the beginning of the 1999 season. If he had played through that 3-year retirement gap from 1999 to 2001, he would have either stayed with the Bulls and put up huge numbers on a losing team, or signed with a different team and chased rings. Both options being far less illustrious than him going out on top with the team that drafted him. Michael's career was the perfect storm. He was drafted by a franchise that was ready and willing to build around him. He was on a roster that suited his skill sets extremely well. And he and the Bulls peaked right as the dominant teams from the 80s and early 90s, like the Lakers,
Gosh,
Celtics,
yo.
and Pistons,
What
began
an
to fade away.
era.
You could not have written a better career if you tried. On the other hand, despite his success, LeBron really got the short end of the deal many times throughout his career. He spent his first 7 seasons in the NBA playing.
And some of you guys hate LeBron because he left Cleveland. Bro, bro, if he would never left Cleveland, bro, I don't think LeBron would be as great.
I still liked LeBron even when he left Cleveland, I'm going to be honest. Did that make me upset? Yeah, but you're the king, yo.
Bro, come on.
They don't call him King James for a reason.
For a team that could not have cared less about building a coherent team around him. He spent 4 straight finals going toe-to-toe with the most dominant dynasty in modern NBA history outside of Jordan's Bulls. While Michael was surrounded by players who were all willing to buy into their system, LeBron has spent many years carrying the load of bad rosters and seemingly incompetent teammates. Part of
What?
which is his
Incompetent
putting
teammates.
together piss-poor rosters. And I bring up these small nuances because the
Oh
GOAT
my
debate
goodness,
is very
vlog by
nuanced.
James.
As much as people want to act like the whole 6-0 in the finals is the end-all be-all to the discussion, it's just not. If rings were all that mattered, then Bill Russell would be the GOAT. Oh, but he played a long time ago. That doesn't count.
Jordan played a long time ago. You know, like, it's, yeah.
Okay, well then Robert Horry is the GOAT because
Facts. That's just what I'm saying.
he has 7 rings to Jordan's 6. Well, yeah, but Horry wasn't the best player on any of those championships. Okay, so is the argument about rings, or is it about being the best player on the court, or a mixture of both? Is a player's performance, despite how masterful it was, all in vain if his team loses? The line becomes less and less clear the deeper you dig. No single metric can be used to determine this debate, and the unpacking of every small minute detail is a necessary burden. But
the line does get further away the more research you do, chat. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of something I've realized, and y'all never really like kind of accepted on me, yo. Like, the more research that you do, deep diving about classic basketball and newer basketball, you learn so much good and so much crazy about each era, bro. So really, when you come down to compare it, bro, there's so much like good in each era. To say one's the best, it's just so hard to really make. It's never gonna be a clear answer.
At the moment, I personally believe Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I also think he's the best basketball player of all time. But, unlike some fans, I don't think the door has closed on LeBron. I think that if LeBron can continue to dominate the league for a few more seasons and continue to shatter our
What's this guy about to say?
I'm here for unbiased opinion. And to be unbiased.
Let's hear it.
I came here and got biased.
From another LeBron fan, yo.
I mean, damn.
previous notions of what we thought was possible in a single NBA career. I think that he has.
Dang, this guy Cash is
to
upset,
retire as the
yo.
greatest player of all
I
time.
feel it, yo.
Of course, only time will tell. And fortunately for LeBron, time seems to perpetually be on his side.
Amen. Say man, yo. What you gotta say, Cash? Let me know. Let him know.
Tell me what you guys think down below the comment. Amazing video, Jimmy.
Hey. Come on. Alright, I think he's closing out the video, but hey, man, all I'm gonna say is that there's just so much still to learn, and honestly, to really come down on this kind of debate, I don't know, there's not really a point of it, to be honest. It's all just fun and games, but I always like learning about classic NBA history, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all do too, I definitely suggest hitting that subscribe button, man. If y'all like the video, hit that like button and comment down below other videos you want me to react to. I hope y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Yes, sir.